Hello guys and welcome to another episode of biology. Today we are continuing our topic, or our study rather, on the supporting tissues. Okay, and of course today we are going to look at permanent tissues. Permanent tissues. Okay, permanent tissues. Okay, so do not forget that these tutorials, this video, all of them are brought to you by the O3 schools JAMB and WAEC application, all right? And of course, if you want to succeed in your JAMB or WAEC at once, all right, please ensure you go to Play Store immediately or go to App Store, all right, and download the application immediately. It's also available for your computer systems. You can message this phone number on WhatsApp and say, I want to download this application for my laptop, and then the link to download it will be sent to you likewise. All right, so but before we talk about the features of the application, let us quickly see a JAMB past question from the app. This is a 2022 question number 4. 2022 question number 4. It says that dash is made up of living cells which are elongated and thickened at the corners. Dash is made up of living cells which are elongated and thickened at the corners. A says Collenchyma tissues, B says Sclerenchyma tissues, C says Parenchyma tissues, D says phloem. All right, so we'll come back to this question and many more at the end of the class and not before, because at O3 schools we pride ourselves in teaching you first. Let us teach you so that you understand, and after you have understood, answering questions will be the least of your problem. That's why we advise you to get the application. The app has everything you need to succeed in your examination. It has all the past questions for all the subjects, okay, in one application. What's more, there's the classroom feature. The classroom feature has lecture notes, okay? Apart from lecture notes, there's a study plan on the classroom, okay? And that study plan to crush all of your subjects, either for JAMB or for WAEC, okay? And create a timetable for you so that you can easily finish the syllabus of both your subjects, okay? For both your exams, both for JAMB and the WAEC application, all right? So please ensure that you get the application. What's more, there's a question search feature. You can search for question according to topic, and the question that JAMB says from that topic will come out for you to answer. That is how we searched for this question right now. All right, it's a veritable tool for your success. Also, there's a UTME challenge and also there's a WAEC challenge. Okay, the UTME challenge holds every Saturday morning by 10 a.m. while the WAEC challenge holds at 1 p.m. every Saturday. All right, so please, you do not want to throw all of this away. Please start immediately, okay, and see how far you will give your testimony. All right, so please, activation of the app also is there. Ensure you activate the application. The activation fee is less than the price of rice and chicken in a good restaurant. Do not go and waste your future because of a small fee. Please pay the fee, activate it, start early, and you will see that testimonies will abound in your lips. Okay, so let us continue with permanent tissues. All right, I did say initially that there are two types of permanent tissues. One we call simple, the simple permanent tissues. Okay, the simple permanent, then we had the complex permanent. All right, so now we also say that the simple permanent tissues are divided into 3. All right, the simple permanent tissues are divided into 3. That's where we have the parenchyma tissues. Then number 2, we have the collenchyma tissues. Then number 3, we have the sclerenchyma tissues. Okay, so the simple permanent tissues are divided into into 3, while the complex permanent tissues are divided into 2. Okay, so the complex permanent tissues are divided into xylem and phloem. Okay, so we have xylem. Okay, then we have phloem. All right, so the complex permanent tissues are divided into 2, xylem and phloem, while the simple permanent tissues are divided into 3, the parenchyma tissues, the collenchyma tissues, and the sclerenchyma tissues. So we're going to see what all of these are very, very soon. So please just calm down. But before we do that, please ensure you like this video. Liking the video will make other students to easily find this video. Abi, you know what make other people pass. Okay, do not be wicked. Just click on the like button right now as you are watching. All right. Also, do not forget to comment your questions. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to share. Click on that share button. Share the link to your friends. Share to your classroom. Share to your junior ones who will also want to write this exam, okay, either in years to come. All right, let them start preparing on time. Okay, you will see how far they will perform. Okay, so now those are the simple permanent tissues, and those are the complex permanent tissues, xylem and phloem. Now, what's the difference between these two? The difference between simple permanent tissues and complex permanent tissue is that the simple permanent tissues are formed from cells, okay, that are similar. Okay, simple permanent tissues are tissue that are formed from similar cells coming together. Okay, to form this tissue. Similar cells come together to form simple permanent tissues. Okay, why? For complex permanent tissues, we have different cells. We have different cells coming together to form complex permanent tissues. While for simple permanent tissue, we have similar cells. We have similar cells coming together to form simple permanent tissues, and different type of cells coming together to form complex permanent tissues. Now, the permanent tissue these permanent tissues, they actually come from the meristematic tissue, the one we looked at from the last episode. That's why if you have not watched the last episode, you don't have any business here. Go and watch that one first, then come and join us here so that you can understand the flow of the topic. Okay, so the permanent tissues, they are formed from what? From the meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues, and that comes due to cell differentiation. That comes due to cell differentiation. Permanent tissues, okay, they are formed from what? From the meristematic tissues due to cell differentiation. Okay, so as the cells keep dividing, all right, then it gets to a point to now get to the permanent tissues. But how does this happen basically? So cell differentiation is a very simple process whereby meristematic tissues will be dividing, and as they are dividing, okay, the cells will now choose to have specific roles or specific functions. Okay, so as these meristematic cells, okay, meristematic tissues are dividing, okay, those cells, okay, will now choose specific roles, okay, or function. Okay, so for example, a cell might choose to give flexibility, flexibility to the plants, while another one may choose to help in transportation. Okay, all of these, okay, happens during this cell differentiation. Okay, a process whereby these meristematic tissues, okay, will be dividing, and at a point they will now the cells will now choose specific roles or function. For example, one may choose to be providing flexibility to the plant. Another one may choose to help in transportation, okay, of materials. All right. So then it now leads to the formation of of permanent tissues. It leads to the formation of of permanent tissues. That is cell differentiation. Okay, that is cell differentiation. And then these permanent tissues will now lose, because they are now become permanent tissues. The meristematic tissues already now, they have converted to permanent tissues, and instead of them to now be dividing, these permanent tissues no longer will be able to divide. They will lose. Okay, LOSE, lose their ability to divide. Okay, they will now lose their ability to divide. They will not be able to to divide any longer. Okay, because of this cell differentiation. They are now permanent tissues. They will not be able to divide any longer. So that is cell differentiation. So in summary, meristematic tissues will change to permanent tissues. Okay, because it happens during what? During the process when they are dividing, okay? And then at that point, they will not be able to, those cells will not be what? Be able to what? To choose specific functions. And after they choose specific function, they now convert to what? Permanent tissues, and then they now lose their ability to divide. So that's what I'm saying, that permanent tissues are formed from meristematic tissues due to what? Cell differentiation. I hope that is very, very clear. All right. So now let's now look at the characteristics of what? Of this of permanent tissue, especially the simple permanent tissues, the parenchyma, the collenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. So we'll begin firstly with the parenchyma. Okay, characteristics of simple permanent tissues, okay, especially what? Parenchyma. Let's begin with parenchyma, then we'll go to collenchyma, then we'll go to what? Sclerenchyma. Now let us start. Parenchyma. Parenchyma. Okay, so let us see what their characteristics. Number one, they have oval or round shaped cells. Okay, they are oval or round shaped cells. Okay, parenchyma cells, you see, parenchyma cells, they are the most common what? Cells, okay, that are parenchyma tissues. They are the most common what? Tissues that are found, okay, in what? In the plant. They are present everywhere. They are present throughout the whole plant. Okay, you will see them what in your exam questions. Okay, you are being asked such type of questions. Okay, which of the following is the most common and abundant cell? Okay, or tissue. Okay, in the what? In the plant. Okay, it is parenchyma. It is found throughout the what? The plant, almost everywhere. So they are oval and round shaped cells. Please take note of that. Also, number two, they have a thin cell wall. Okay, so parenchyma cells have what? Thin cell walls. Parenchyma, they have thin cell wall. Also, they also have what? A dense but small nucleus. Number three, they have what? A dense but small nucleus. Okay, this is another what? Characteristics of what? Of parenchyma or tissues. Okay, they have what? They have a dense but what? But small nucleus. Number four, okay, that is IV. Okay, but also they have a dense and living protoplasm. Okay, they have a dense and living protoplasm. That is the fourth characteristics, okay, of what? Of parenchyma tissues. And they have large intercellular wall spaces. They have large intercellular spaces. Okay, so they have large intercellular spaces between them. Okay, so these are what characteristics of parenchyma cell. They are oval, round shaped cells. They have a thin cell wall. They have a dense but small nucleus. They have a dense and living protoplasm, and they have what? Large intercellular spaces. You must take note of the characteristics, okay, because you can be asked in an exam what condition, okay, for both JAMB and WAEC. So please do not play with them. Make sure you write it down. Make sure what you read over them, so that what you just understand basically, okay, what these characteristics what are. Now let us now look at what the location of all these parenchyma or tissues, okay, and location. It is important to know that they are present. They are present throughout the plant. I told you that, okay? I said that the most common type of tissues found what? In plants, okay? They are present throughout the plant, okay? Location, they are present throughout the plant. Take note of what? Of the location of what? Of the parenchyma or tissues. They are present throughout the plant. And what is their function? Okay, one, function of what? Of parenchyma cells. Function number one, all right, they provide structural support. All right, number one, they provide structural support, okay, to the plant. And then also number two, they help in the storage of materials. All right. So they provide structural support to the to the plant, and also they help in the storage of materials. Now, these are what the characteristics, okay, the location and the functions of what of the parenchyma or tissues, okay. But what's left for us now is to note what parenchyma tissues are of two categories, okay. Parenchyma tissues are of two categories. We have the one Collenchyma, and then number two, we have the Parenchyma. Okay, so parenchyma tissues are of two categories. We have the Collenchyma, then we have what the Parenchyma. Now, let us see the characteristics of what of both of them, so that what we can be able to differentiate between them, and why it's very, very important. Okay, many students will never want to read this. They will never want to read it, and that is where JAMB or that is where WAEC want to go and ask questions from. Okay, that's why I'm not supposed to leave anything behind. Okay, now let us see characteristics of let us just draw a comparison between both of them. Okay, so we say parenchyma tissues are of two categories. We have the Collenchyma, and then also have what the Parenchyma, the Collenchyma and the Parenchyma. So let us have Collenchyma here. Okay, then let us have what Parenchyma here. All right. So first of all, characteristics of Collenchyma, one, they have what oval or they are oval or round shaped cells. Okay, and so also is what is the Parenchyma. They are oval and what round shaped cells. All right. So now also they have what a dense nucleus. They have a dense nucleus. Okay. So also do the Parenchymas. They also have what a dense nucleus. Okay. They also have what a dense. They have a dense but small nucleus. Take note of that. All right. They also have a dense but small nucleus. The Collenchyma, they have it. Okay. They have a dense and small, please. Also, they have a very small nucleus. Okay, because they are also they are a category of of the Parenchyma. So Parenchyma is like a small nucleus, and Collenchyma now gonna have big nucleus. Okay, so they have a dense and small nucleus. They have a thin cell wall also. They have a thin cell wall. Both of them, they both have thin cell wall. They have a dense but small nucleus with a thin cell wall. But here is where the difference now comes in. Okay, for Collenchyma cells, all right, they have they possess what we call chloroplast. Okay, number two, they possess what chloroplast. Okay, and this means that the Collenchyma tissues, they can photosynthesize. They can photosynthesize. Okay, so they have they possess chloroplast, so they can carry on photosynthesis. All right, although they have all of the other characteristics of parenchyma tissues, all right, but they possess chloroplast. This particular category of parenchyma tissues possesses chloroplast, and by virtue of its possession of chloroplast, it can partake in photosynthesis. It can carry out photosynthesis. All right. Now, for Parenchyma or tissues, this is where the difference are. This one, they have they also have a thin cell wall, but they have they have large hair cavities. Large hair cavities. Okay, they have large air cavities, and this is what makes them to be able to float on top of water. All right, they have large air cavities, and so can float, on top of water. And why are they able to float on top of water? They are able to float on top of water because of the possession of these large hair cavities. This Collenchyma tissue do not have these large hair cavities. It is only peculiar to to the Parenchyma tissues. All right. So Parenchyma tissues, they have large hair cavities, and so those plants, they are they can float on top of water. They are aquatic plants. All right. Example is what? The water lily plant. Water lily plant. Okay, so it's an example of what? Of Parenchyma. All right. So take note of what are the differences of the categories of what? Of the Parenchyma tissues. Okay, the Sclerenchyma and the Parenchyma. Sclerenchyma have chloroplasts, they can photosynthesize. Parenchyma, they have large air cavities, so they can float on top of water. I hope that is very, very, very clear. All right, so let's now move to the second type of what? Simple permanent tissues, which is what? The Collenchyma. Okay, let us see the characteristics, the functions, and of course, the location, okay, of what? Of what's it called? Of Collenchyma. So please, as you are watching this, ensure you like this video. Okay, click on the like button. Now on that hand I do like this. Click on the like button. All right. Subscribe to this channel. All right. You get notification whenever I will drop a new video. All right. And what is more, all right, ensure you share the link of this video to your friends. All right. So tell them to come and learn. Come and learn for free. All right. Nobody's charging them to learn here. Come and learn for free and succeed at once. Okay. That should be the message. Okay. So now let us look at Collenchyma. Collenchyma or tissues. Okay, let us see the characteristics. All right. Number one characteristics is that they are long and living cells. Okay, they are what? Long and what? And living cells. They are long and living cells. No wonder they are found in what? In climbers. They are found in climbers. Okay, example is what? Is celery what? Stalk. The celery stalk. Okay, they are found in what? In climbers. You know all those plants that climb now. All right, they are found in climbers, e.g., celery stalk. Okay, so now let us continue with the characteristics. We'll come back to all of these. Now, number two, they have what? Thick cell wall. Remember, I will say Parenchyma cells. Parenchyma have thin cell wall. Collenchyma, they have thick cell wall. Number two, okay, they have thick cell wall, all right? And also, number three, they have irregular thickening, okay, in cell wall. Number three, they have irregular thickening in cell wall. All right, they have irregular what? Thickening in what? In cell wall. Also, they have very small or very less intercellular spaces. Okay, number four, they have very small intercellular spaces. Okay, what does this mean? It means that what? They are tightly packed between them. They are tightly packed between them. Okay, they are not as what? As free as what? As the Parenchyma. They have what? Large intercellular spaces between them. So they have less intercellular spaces between what? Them. Okay, then number five, they have what? Thick corners. Take note. They have thick corners. All right, so Collenchyma tissues, they have what? Thick corners. All right, I think this is a JAMB pass question. All right, so I'm telling you, take note of these characteristics. Okay, it is not for joke. All right, write them down, revise them, read them, take note of them, memorize them. All right, know them. All right, they are very, very easy. So they are long and living cells. They have thick cell wall. All right, they have irregular thickening in cell wall. They have very small intercellular spaces, and they have what? Thick corners. Okay, Collenchymas have thick corners. Now, what is the function of Collenchyma? What thing they do for the plant? All right, Collenchyma provide flexibility to tendrils. No function. They provide flexibility to tendrils. Okay, Collenchyma, they provide flexibility to tendrils. These tendrils, they are slender, thread-like structures that are found in climbing plants. Okay, they are what? They are slender. And they are what? Thread-like. All right, so they provide what? Flexibility to what? To tendrils. Okay, we say that these tendrils, they are slender or thread-like or structure that are found in climbers. Okay, that plants that we call what? that we call what climbers. All right, they provide support. Okay, to provide what structural support. Now, also number two function. Number one, they provide flexibility to tendrils. Number two, they provide mechanical support. They provide mechanical support. So please take note of that also. All right. So they provide what flexibility to tendrils. They provide mechanical what support. These are the functions, okay, of what of Collenchyma. For example, we said that they are found in what in they are found in petioles. They are found in petioles. All right. They are found in young stems. Okay. They're also found in leaf midribs. All right. So these are what the locations where you can find what Collenchymas. All right. They are found in petioles. They are found in young stem. They are found in leaf midribs. These petioles, they are stalks. They are stalk. Okay, that attach to the lamina. Okay, or to the stem. Okay, or branch of what of a plant. All right. So that's where we find the Collenchyma. All right. They find them in what in petioles. They find them in leaf midribs. They find them in young stem. Okay, and of course, like I said, examples, okay, is what is climbers. Okay, like celery stalk is an example. Okay, so these are the functions, these are the characteristics, and of course, these are the locations where you can find what the Collenchyma tissues. And that will take us to the third one, which is what the Sclerenchyma. Right? Let us see Sclerenchyma. Okay, so please, likewise, if you have not liked this video, that thing you are doing is very wrong. Okay, just simply what click on the like button immediately. Click on the like button immediately. All right, if you have not subscribed, subscribe also. Okay, and then of course you get all the full benefits. Now let's quickly see the third simple permanent tissue, which is what is Sclerenchyma. Okay, the Sclerenchyma what tissues. So for Sclerenchyma, okay, they are found in the hard coat of seeds. They are found in the hard coat of seeds. Okay, hard coat of seeds. Okay, they are found in hard coat of seeds and in vascular bundles, e.g. fibers. Okay, so take note of that. All right, Sclerenchymas, they are found in hard coat of seeds, in vascular, and found in what also in vascular bundles, e.g. fiber. Let's quickly see the characteristics of what of Sclerenchyma. Number one, they have a long, they are long, narrow, and what and dead cells. Okay, the number one, long, narrow, and dead cells. They have long, narrow, and what and dead cells. This is number one characteristic of what of Sclerenchyma: long, narrow, and dead cells. Okay, that is number one characteristic of what of Sclerenchyma. Also, number two, they have a thick lignified. They have a thick lignified cell wall. Number two, they have a thick lignified cell wall, very thick lignified, because what they are found in what in hard coat of seeds. Okay, so they have what a thick lignified what cell wall. For example, now this hard coat of seeds like the husk of coconut. Okay, all right, like almonds. You know how hard they are. Okay, walnuts, basically in what in all of those nuts. Okay, now they have a thick lignified cell wall. Number three, they have a narrow lumen. All right, so these are the characteristics of what of Sclerenchyma tissues. They have long, narrow, and dead cells. They have a thick lignified cell wall. They have narrow lumen. And like I said, they are found in hard coat of seeds and in vascular bundles. For example, fibers. Now, what are their function? Okay, their function, number one, functions. Okay, number one, they provide mechanical support. All right. They provide mechanical support. That is number one function of what? Of sclerenchyma tissues. They provide mechanical what? Support. They provide mechanical what? Support. Number two, they make the what? The seed coat very hard. Okay. Number two, makes seed coat hard. They make what? Seed coat hard. Number one, they provide mechanical support. Number two, they make seed coat hard. Also, they also give woody appearance. Number three, they give woody appearance. For example, e.g., in almonds, e.g., husk of coconuts. All right. I don't know if you have seen an almond before, okay? Or you have seen what? You know, you have seen a coconut now. You see how the outside coating is, okay? It looks like what? It gives what? This woody appearance, all right? So also is the almond, all right? So they provide mechanical support, all right? They make the seed coat hard, and also they give woody appearance. For example, as seen in what? In almonds and husks of what? Of coconut. So these are the characteristics. This is location, and these are the functions of what? Of sclerenchyma what? Tissues. All right. So I'm sure for if you ask any question that has to do with simple permanent tissues like parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, I'm sure you'll be able to what? To blast them. Okay. So I will try and do a short, okay, on this. I'll bring out like 10 or 15 questions, okay, and send them your way. Okay, let me see how many you can get. Okay, so as a revision, we said that the parenchyma tissues, they are found throughout the plant, isn't it? Okay, remember very vividly when we said parenchyma tissues, they are found throughout the plant. They are found throughout the plant. While collenchymas are found in the tendrils. They are found in the tendrils. In the tendrils, and they provide what? Flexibility. Okay. Then, of course, we said that the sclerenchyma, they are found in the seed coat. Okay. They are found in the seed coat. Okay. And they provide mechanical support, make the seed coat hard, and gives it a woody appearance. So these are all about permanent tissues. But before we go, we'll quickly talk about protective tissues for plants, okay? Because in the next episode, we'll look at the complex permanent tissues, that is the xylem and the phloem, okay? We'll look at them in great details, okay? But before we go there, let us look at protective tissues. Protective tissues. And those are the leaf epidermis, okay? Well, the root epidermis, and then we have number three, the cork. These are what? They are protective tissues. Protective tissues. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at each of them in the next few minutes, and we'll round up. So now let's quickly take a look at them one after the other. All right. So please ensure you like this video. Please like the video. Okay, subscribe, share the link to your friends, to your classmates, to your class groups. Okay, let them also watch and learn what they have been missing, okay, from school. Okay, biology is sweet, biology is easy, but our teachers make it difficult for all. All right. Apart from that, the only topic where they sabi teach well, and the production. Okay, so please ensure that you share the link, okay, to know do you anything, to not remove any part of your body, okay, be generous to others. Now, let us please see the leaf epidermis. The leaf epidermis. As you already know, the leaf is the outermost layer, isn't it? Okay, the leaf epidermis, okay, the outermost layer. And then number one, what are the functions? Number one, they prevent water loss. Okay. Number one is that they prevent water loss. Prevents water loss. Okay. It prevents water loss. Then number two function is provide mechanical support. Okay. Provides mechanical support. The leaf epidermis provides mechanical support. Then number three, prevents parasite invasion. prevents parasite invasion. Okay, so the leaf epidermis helps to prevent what? Parasite invasion. All right, take note of all of these functions. So okay, the leaf epidermis, we're talking about the leaf epidermis. These are protective what tissues. Okay, they help what? To protect the plant. Okay, so number one function, prevents water loss, provides mechanical support, prevents parasite invasion. Number four, they have what? They have stomata. Number four, they have what? Or possess stomata. They have stomata. What is the function of the stomata? Okay, it helps in what? In gaseous exchange. Okay, the stomata what? Assists. It helps what? In gaseous exchange, and also helps to regulate water loss. To regulate water loss. Please take note. These are what? Protective tissues. Protective tissues. Okay, the leaf epidermis. Okay, the root epidermis. Okay, and the one that is found from the protective tissues itself, the cork. Okay, these three, they are what? Protective tissues. Take note of what? Of them. You can see a question in JAMB. Which of the following is not a protective tissue? Okay, if you know no one, you know no one. All right, so that's why you must know it. Okay, the leaf epidermis, the root epidermis, and the cork. Okay, so these are the functions of what? Of the leaf epidermis. All right, prevent water loss, provide mechanical support, prevent parasite invasion, have stomata, and this stomata helps in what? In gaseous exchange, and also helps to what? To regulate water loss. All right, so now let us go to the root epidermis quickly. Now the root epidermis contains what we call root hairs. Contains root hairs. All right, root epidermis contains root hairs. Root epidermis. This one what? Contains root hairs. Okay, and of course, what is the function of this root epidermis? It's help to what? Increase surface area for water absorption. Okay, the function is to increase surface area for water absorption. This is the function of the root epidermis. It helps to what? Increase surface area for water absorption. And then the third one, this third one is formed from what? From protective tissues. The one we call C-O-R-K, cork. Okay, cork, C-O-R-K, is found from what? Is found or made from what? From the protective tissue. We usually find this cork in what? In old bark of what? Trees. All those old trees, just we don't take. Okay, that's where we find what? This was cork. Okay, found in woody stem of old plants. They are found in woody stem of what? Of old plants. All right, like I said, they are made from what? From protective tissues. And also, what is their function? Or the function of this cork? Number one is what? To prevent water loss. All right, number one, to prevent water loss, and then number two, to provide mechanical support. Okay, to provide mechanical support and also prevent mechanical injury. Okay, so they provide mechanical support and prevent mechanical injury. All right, so please take note of what? Or the function of what? Of this protective what? Tissue. So this is where we're going to work quickly and because of time. Now I'm going to give you assignments, all right, from the class. The questions we are going to see next, they are from what? This topic, and we use the question search feature on the application to search for them. There are so many more. We'll just pick a few for you to answer. Okay, please put the correct answers. Just say 2022 number 4. If the answer is A, put A. Okay, if it's B, put B. Now go to the next one, 1997 number, put the option there. Okay, I'll check it out. All right, so this is a 2022 question, number 4. They say dash is made up of living cells which are elongated and thickened at the corners. Okay, like I told you when we were talking about what this simple permanent tissues, one of the simple permanent tissues, we say they are thick at the corner. They have what? Thick corners. Okay, which of them was that? A says Collenchyma tissues, B says Sclerenchyma tissues, C says parenchyma tissues, D says phloem. Okay, all right. So put the correct answer in the comment section. 2022 number 22, 2022 number 22 says the most common and abundant supporting tissue in plants. Okay, there's one that we say it's found throughout the plant. It's found almost everywhere. A says it's parenchyma, B says it's cambium, C says collenchyma, D says sclerenchyma. Put the correct answer in the comment section. 2008 number 22, it says a plant parenchyma cell also acts as a supporting tissue. A plant parenchyma cell also acts as a supporting tissue when it, let's say, becomes flaccid. Okay, flaccid. That means say you remove water from them. Okay, you dry them. Okay, B say contains crystals. Okay, C say becomes turgid. D say is pigmented. Okay, which of these conditions will a plant parenchyma be able to provide support? Okay, for the what? For the plant. Okay, so I will help you out on this one. Okay, so that is when it becomes what? Turgid. When it becomes turgid, that means it has what? A lot of water in it. Okay, and then can what? Provide what? That support. Okay, for the what? For the plant. So correct answer there is option C. All right. We have talked about turgidity, we have talked about flaccidity, and all of those terms in fact in a far back episode. So that's why anything you learn, we are not to throw it away. All right. Look at it coming to play right here. 1997 number 3. So which of the following is the youngest? Okay, this was taken in the last episode. All right, so there's so many other questions. Look for them from the app, answer them, chew them. Okay, get exposed to what questions, finish them, chew them, all right, and become what the best that you can be. Get the mark that you intend to get and succeed. My name is Masati. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll talk about the complex permanent tissues. All right, the complex permanent tissues. That is what the xylem and the phloem. Okay, so that is what we'll look at in the next episode. All right, thank you for joining. See you there.